Do you remember the story of the Transfiguration? That was when Peter, James, and John went up the mountain with Jesus, and he was transfigured with this dazzling white. They were like this. They said the whitest material that anyone had ever seen in this dazzling light, and they're like, whoa! Now, remember, when you and I read the scriptures, we know how the story goes. They didn't. So Peter, James, and John were still trying to figure out who Jesus was. And if they didn't figure out he was something special through the Transfiguration, they knew he was something special because of the guys he hung out with. Who was up there? Moses and Elijah, two of the greatest figures in Jewish history. And so Peter said, there's good old Peter again. I love Peter. And he said, he's so excited, he said, let's build 3 booths and we'll stay here forever. And Jesus said, no. I hope you are grateful that Jesus said no. Because if he stayed up there, we wouldn't be here today. We'd be somewhere, but there'd be no St. Julie Church. This would probably just be another shopping mall. Because there'd be no church if Jesus did not come down the mountain to save us from sin and death forever. And so let's be grateful that Jesus didn't listen to Peter. But Peter had this mountaintop moment. I wonder if this is where that phrase came from, the Transfiguration. I don't know if it did, but it sounds good, doesn't it? A mountaintop moment. I would like everyone right now to think of a mountaintop moment in your life. I want you to think of an event or something that happened or whatever. Think of some time in your life and you didn't want it to end. Okay? Think of it right now. I just thought of the first Caribbean cruise I ever went on. Anyone here ever been on a cruise? Yeah. A couple of you? Okay. I love cruises. You are totally pampered. You eat 9 times a day. I got tired of taking that thing off the toilet saying that it was cleaned. The bed is made. The bed is then tucked down with a piece of chocolate on it. And the first cruise I ever went on was with my family. And so I said to my mom, the next day, I said, hey, Ma, that'd be good what you do at home for us. You should put our bed down, put a piece of chocolate on it. She said, I'll put chocolate on your head. I said, oh, I guess that's a no. But you know what? I loved the cruise, and I didn't want it to end. But something horrible happened on the cruise. Saturday came, and I had to leave. And I didn't want to leave. And I can remember saying to my sister, I don't want to leave. She said, oh, you'd be bored here. I said, I'd like to give it a try. After 2 years, I'll say, Thursday, steak and lobster again? I'd like to give it a try. So, mountaintop moments we all need. We all need them. A parish mission, a tri-parish mission, is a mountaintop moment. Why did you come to this mission? Not one of you had to be here. Why did you come? Now, maybe you were dragged here by someone, but you're here. My guess is, if I was a betting man, which I am, if I saw you last Wednesday and said, oh, next Wednesday I'll see you in church. I said, what? I'm not going to go to church on Wednesday. I go to church on Sunday. My guess is many of you probably weren't going to come to this. But maybe something I said or something someone said or something that the way the parish is advertised, you said, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. And look at the crowds we've had. In sub-zero weather, every night. Sub-zero weather. Some of you have been here all 3 nights. Some of you have been here 2 nights. Some of you, this is your first night. Welcome. Sub-zero weather. Mountaintop moment. How about last night? Hundreds of people receiving the sacrament of reconciliation. Did you see the the Tinley Park Tribune this morning? You didn't see the headline? Okay, the one I read said, "Weird occurrences in Tinley Park. Hundreds of people skipping." You know why they were skipping? Because God forgave them. Unbelievable what happens. And for some of you, I bet that was the last thing you thought you were going to do a week ago, is go to confession. And you did it. And nobody died. Do you see the mountaintop moment? Do you see how God works? We have to be open. We have to re-energize. We have to have these moments. But we can't stay on the mountaintop, because when we do, it would become routine. If we had a mission every night, the crowd would get smaller and smaller and smaller, because it becomes routine. But when you have a mission in a special time in the life of a parish, and in our case 3 parishes, unbelievable things are going to happen. So friends, how are you having your mountaintop moments? And how are you letting Jesus be one of your mountaintop moments?